guys, and welcome to Ívar's fly workshop. Today I will be tying a fly by a friend of mine from the Westfjords. It's a pattern which is great for a zero trout, and he has been it's been really successful using it in the waters of Iceland for a zero trout, especially freshwater. And it is by a friend of mine called Theodór, and we'll give it a shot. So we got in our wise Ahrex hook, and this is a fly we are tying, the green Dumm, and you'll find the material list in the video's description down below as usual. And we are using like a lemon chartreuse green thread for this task from Semperfli. And of course, remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel and support the channel. And you'll find those information in the video descriptions as well. For the bead, I'm using a 3.8mm copper bead for this, and the hook size is number 8. So it's tied on a wet fly hook from Ahrex, which you'll find in the video description. And it's tied usually in a rather big hook size. So for the tail of the fly, we'll be using a black rooster or black cock fibers. You can use both, either stiff or soft. It actually doesn't matter. I'm using rather soft fibers for this. And this is the fly, as we mentioned before, the green Dumm by Theodór Erlingsson, and he caught last year a record fish in Iceland. It was the biggest fish that was caught in Iceland, the biggest zero trout that was caught that season, so last season. It was on the newspapers and stuff. It was a really beautiful fish, and I'm gonna place a link to the story from the newspaper. For the body of the green Dumm, we will be using a copper wire, not for the body, but as a rib. And I'm using a 3 or 0.3mm copper wire. And you can build the body up like in 2 ways. I'll show you both methods. It all depends on if you want to keep the body like in a slimmer profile, or if you want to tie this fly like as a fatter or a more chubbier version of it. So we're going for the chubbier version, and to make it look fat, I'm using just like cotton thread. So I have the gray wool already attached to the body, but I'm gonna add like this cotton thread on the top of it. So that way we can make the fly like fatter. I'm using the whole thread. Maybe afterwards I should have split it apart and use half of it. It all kind of depends on how thick you want the fly to look. It works either way. And this gray wool I'm using, you can find that just in the craft store or wherever. It's like an alternative material. So we start to wrap the cotton thread around, and you see already it's like a little bit, it's my mistakes, I admit them, it's like a little too thick profile for my taste, but it's okay. It slides, like we say. And then we attach that down with our thread and snip off the end. Those scissors have been tying with them for now 3 years, and they are kind of almost come to an end. They had their share of wire and stuff. So now we'll build up the body of the actual body of the fly with the gray wool. This is a gray wool. This is like the lightning or the light of the video makes it maybe not look like a light gray, but it is actually gray. So we're locking that in position with our thread with tight wraps like this. And when we're done with that, we'll do the copper. We'll do the wraps with the copper wire. And I'm using a classic waxed Semperfli thread for this fly as usual. And I have to use a Semperfli product since I became a pro team member in January by them, and then became a pro team member at Ahrex now a few weeks back. So it's like done 2 pro teams already, and I've been running this channel now for roughly 2 years. Now comes the copper wire. Place that over this fat body of this fly. Lock that in place securely with tight wraps, and you'll just helicopter off the rest of it. Just going to make sure that the thread and all that thing falls in the gap of the bead, so there is not like a hollow point there. Now, because we are going to dub, the color of the fly is a lime green or chartreuse dub like this. I have this dub from Semperfli. I love this dub. I love the color and the sparkling texture and the look of it. So you see here I have a fly with a chartreuse tail, and you see the color different isn't that much, but there is like a slightly different. Then we have another this chenille that is said to be chartreuse as well. So there is like a little differences on that between just producers of the material. I'm going to zoom out for you guys so you can see what we are doing. I'm going to dub on the thread like a relatively good chunk of the green dub, and I'm going to place like a dubbing noodle on it. If you guys have any questions about the video or the fly or whatever, you can drop me an email. All emails I'll answer every single one of you. And we slide this up and wrap this on and add like a little more dubbing. So must not be more than this. I'm gonna pinch this in to create space for the thread. This is like the maximum amount of the dubbing material we use. And I'm going to take the dubbing brush, and rip this a little bit up so you get this buggy thing look on the fly. And this is gonna, when it gets wet, it's gonna give the body of the fly like a nice cover kind of thing. Then we build up like a little head, not too much, and then I am going to whip finish. Couple of knots or so, and then we'll place some varnish on this to make it secure. You can actually, with this fly, since it's called green Dumm, you could technically tie it with an orange color or even a purple color. It all kind of depends on what you're looking for. You give this a little trim here to take the absolutely longest fibers away. But the green Dumm is ready, and you can, as I said, have a look at the fish that Theodór caught. I placed a link to that story on the newspapers earlier in the video. And the green Dumm is now ready. I'm going to place like a little varnish on it, and they are just good to go. I just want to say to you guys, thanks for watching and all the support you've given the channel. You can keep on supporting the channel. It will be very helpful because for the small donations we get, I'll be improving the camera, the light equipment and all that, and then of course buy some materials to meet the requests I get from my subscribers to tie some flies. Something from the wish list of my audience. So until the next video, I'll say thanks for watching and have a nice day.